guys, this is Christy Fulk with Create with Christy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the U.S. Well, I'm back with my second alternative card. It's actually my last alternative card for my October 2023 monthly online card club. I am featuring the Merriest Trees bundle this month, but I wanted to do an alternative using a totally different stamp set with my first alternative card, and I'll have a video pop up in the top right corner. It's also going to be down in the video description. I actually used the Merriest Trees bundle and just changed up the layout of one of my card kits. It's actually the same layout as my one of the card kits, but I changed it up using a totally different stamp set. So if you'd like to make this card along with me, just look down the video description below and click on that blog post link, and you'll find the supplies and the paper dimensions you need to make this card. Okay, let's get started with this video. Okay, before we get started on that alternative card, I want to tell you a little more about my monthly online card club. My club is subscription-based and is $39.50 a month. You'll subscribe through PayPal, but you don't have to have a PayPal account to subscribe. You'll fill out the information asked for, your name, email, credit card info, etc., and then PayPal will charge your card the same time every month until you cancel. Now, for that $39.50, you'll get $21 to $27 worth of Stampin' Up! Product, card kits for 6 cards, that's 2 each of 3 designs, an exclusive video tutorial, and an exclusive PDF that includes the link to the exclusive video tutorial, links to both alternative cards for that month, links to the supplies, and this is one of the alternative videos, links to the supplies needed to make the cards, ink pads, tools, adhesive, etc., pictures of each card, supply list for each card, and paper sizes for each card. And it also includes the shipping, so there's nothing added on for the shipping. And you'll also have the option to add on either the stamp set or the bundle that's featured that month. And you will only pay for the stamp set or bundle, whichever one you pick out, because I will pay the shipping and tax on the bundle or the stamp set. So you can cancel anytime, but you do have to cancel before PayPal charges your card. So say you subscribe on the 5th of the month, you'll need to cancel before the 5th of the month. If you cancel on the 5th or after, you'll still get that month's club kit, and the next month will be canceled. Now, if you stay in my club for 6 consecutive months, you'll get a $25 bonus in product from me. You'll receive your $25 bonus pack at the end of the 6th consecutive month, and the $25 is before shipping and tax, and I'll pay the shipping and tax too. Now, if you stay another 6 months, you will get to choose up to $25 in product for your bonus before shipping and tax. If you cancel and then start up again in the future, the 6-month countdown will start all over again. Okay, now if you subscribe by October 15th of 2023, this is what you'll get in the Merriest Trees Card Club Kit. We're going to get a half pack of the Walk in the Forest DSP, and I want to show you something real quick because I almost missed this in the catalog. So if you've got the September to December mini, just go to page 5, and you'll see the DSP, and it's part of the Making a Difference. A lot of times in the holidays, at least, Stampin' Up! Will come up with a product and they'll donate some of the proceeds to charity. This says that they're going to donate $3 for each pack sold to support organizations dedicated to spreading cheer and providing support to those in need. So I thought that was a good cause, and I want to make sure I use this for a club or a class, so I decided to use it for a club. So every pack that I'm purchasing to fulfill these kits for my card club, $3 of each pack is going to go towards that. So I thought that was pretty good. But you can purchase this. It's in the catalog. Now what I do, I give the half pack, I cut a pack in half, so they're 6 by 12 inch pieces. So you get 2 6 by 12s of each design. But with this one, I didn't want, if I cut it in half, I was going to be cutting through some of these trees. I'm not sure if I would have cut any of the polar bears or the bears, but I definitely would the trees. So I'm going to cut just around here, so that way you get a full sheet and you're not going to lose any of those trees. So that's that one, and this is the other side to that one. And then I did the same thing with the bear one, because some of those bears, not all of them, but some of them can be punched out with that punch. And here's the other side of that one, so it's a nice stripe. Then we've got, let's see, get hold of these here. These 2 right here, so this is one side, that's the other side. So both of these will come in your pack. But I'm showing them this way, that way you can see both sides. Then there's this one. And then this one with the other side. It's a really neat pack. And then we've got this one with the other side of it. So that is a half pack of the Walk-In Forest DSP. You'll also get a quarter pack of the silver and gold adhesive-backed Glimmer paper. This is part of the online exclusives. And yes, it's adhesive-backed. You heard that right. So what I'm doing, you're going to get one each of gold and silver. 6x6 is what the size is. So that will come in your kit. Now pretend like this is a full roll. This is mine. You'll get a full roll of the white iridescent ribbon. I love the shine and the iridescent. It is so cool. So this ribbon, you get a full roll of this. And you will also get a full pack. This is mine, so some of them are missing. But you're going to get the Adhesive-Backed Glitter Sequins. And I know if you've been trying to order these and saw that they were out of stock, when I saw they're on low inventory, I hurry up and ordered some. So I should have enough I definitely have enough for everybody, plus a few extra for anybody that joins this month. So that's everything that you're going to get. That's part of that product at the beginning. And like I said, you will also get the card kits to make 2 each of the 3 cards. This one is going to be a fun fold. I do the embossing and die cutting for you, except I do not do the die cutting that uses the bundle, except with this card, there is a tag die in the Mary's Trees bundle. I'm going to go ahead and die cut those tags because that tag just looked really good with the layout on this card. So I will do that for you. But all the other die cutting with that bundle, you'll need to have the bundle or use an alternative bundle to finish your cards. I will do all the embossing too. And I thought you might want to see the Mary's Trees bundle. This is a really good one. And like I said, you do have the option to add this on. And what you'll do, if you subscribe, I've got a monthly online card club link down below. Click on it, subscribe to the club, and then scroll down and you'll find another link button to fill out a form to let me know if you want an add-on. If you do not, don't worry about doing anything with the form. If you do want to get an add-on, you can get just the stamp set for $25 total. Now this is in addition to the $39.50 a month. Or you can get the whole bundle for the $55.75. And like I said, I will pay the shipping and tax for you, so that saves you 18%, because that includes shipping plus the sales tax I have here in Indiana. Okay, well, that is everything that comes in this month's kit, and you got a little idea about what's going on at the Online Card Club. But like I said, click on that link below about Monthly Online Card Club so you can read through everything, because sometimes it helps me, I know, if I read it. So let's go ahead and get started with the alternative card. Okay, before I get started, I want to show you the bundle I'm using. This is a Joy of Noel bundle. It's in the September to December mini catalog. If you purchase the bundle, you save 10% versus buying the stamp set or the dies separately. So it's a really good savings. But if you subscribe to my card club, this is actually going to be the bundle I'm featuring in the November monthly online card club. So if you're a member, you will get to have the option to purchase this, but I will pay the sales tax and the shipping for you. So that saves you 18%. So if you want to be a member, that's one of the perks that you get. And you can get this next month as an add-on with your card club kit. And if you're not a club member, you can still purchase this like a regular customer. Okay, I want to show you the stamps that I'm going to be using. I'm going to use this Noel stamp. That is one stamp. And this little spray of holly right here. And then I only need 2 dies. This will die cut my Noel, and this will die cut that holly spray that I'm stamping. I'm also featuring the Christmas Tidings Embossing Folder. This is also in the September to December mini, but now I've done all the embossing for you for the kits. That's what I do. So you'll see this all embossed already because my kit is set up just like the Card Club kit will be. Okay, in the card kit, I include a half sheet of the basic white, so that way you can have a little more cardstock than you need. So you can use, if you're substituting with another stamp set, that you can do that. So as you can see, this is what I already used for my original card. So now I'm going to use this other side to make my second card. So I'm going to do my Noel. I'm going to use Pretty Peacock. I'm using all the colors that come in the Walk in the Forest DSP that's featured in the club this month. Hold that down for a few seconds. Okay, so I've got the Noel. I really like the little sprigs they put inside the letters. It's really neat. And then I'm going to stamp this spray here with Old Olive, but I need 2 of them. So go ahead and stamp this real quick. I actually have room up here. I don't know if I can do it right there, so we'll do it here instead. Not quite enough room up there. Do another one. So I'm still going to have plenty of basic white out of this sheet for another card in the future. So that is actually all the stamping I'm going to do there. And I'm going to go ahead and finish up the stamping. So let's get the pretty peacock back in here and the Noel stamp. And then this is the inside of the card. This is a 4 by 5¼ inch piece. And I decided I was just going to stamp this Noel on the bottom left corner. You could also stamp that spray, holly spray, but I like this Noel here in the corner. So there is that. Oh, I kind of moved a little bit. I am so glad there are 2 sides to cardstock. Let's get this on here again. There we go. Oh, much better. So there's the inside of the card. Okay, now that we have the stamping done, I want to do some coloring. So I'm going to take this Stampin' Pierce mat out of the way. I do use that with I actually use it with all my stamps, but you definitely want to have that foam base under here when you're using photopolymer, because the photopolymer needs that cushioning to stamp a lot better. So I'm going to bring in this half sheet here, and I'm going to bring in my blender pen. These are really small leaves and things like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this. The old olive ink is water-based, so it will start to bleed when I use this. So it's kind of filling that in a little bit, like so. I just wanted it to be colored in just a little bit. Now that's a little lighter than I want it, because sometimes when there may not be quite enough ink there, these little holly leaves right here would probably be okay without adding ink. But I'm going to add a little bit of ink, and what I did when this is closed, you squeeze this together, and then you open it up and you get a nice pool of ink right there. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit, and then I'm going to color it in. I just want a little bit darker. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm going to do this with all of the leaves. Okay, I've got all of the leaves done. So I'm going to clean this off. And since I didn't use a lot of ink, it's already cleaning off pretty quick. Now, when it starts to run clear as you're drawing, then you know you're ready to go for the next color. So now I'm going to bring Cherry Cobbler in. Now with this, I'm going to be real careful. I don't want to have the old olive start to bleed now, because I just want those to be red. So I'm going to make sure I get a lot of red on here. And then I can lightly color it in. As long as you don't scribble, and you just color it in real quick, it's not going to bleed. So we're just going to have those red berries. Okay, so I've got that all colored. So that is actually all the coloring we need to do. So I'm going to clean this off. Whenever I get done coloring, I make sure I clean this off before I put it away, because I don't want to have any surprises when I go and use it again on some other colors. Okay, I am all done with the coloring and the stamping, so now it's time to get the die cutting machine out. Okay, to get this ready for die cutting, I need the base platform, the die plate, and a standard cutting plate. I'm going to grab this half sheet of basic whites, much bigger than a half inch. And I'm going to lay these down, and I need to get some tape. Usually I have some on here and forgot. I'm going to grab a few. This is called Post-it tape. This is what I use. It comes off a lot easier than washi tape. If you don't have this tape, but you have some Post-it notes, you can use Post-it notes too, because that would work just as good. Okay, that should be enough there. So I'm going to line this up. I'm going to have the opening of that die go wrap around really tight around that image. It's kind of long, so I'm going to use 2 pieces. And then I'm going to do the same with the Noel. I want to get that all lined up so that Noel is completely filling in that opening in the openings in the die. And that's another one I don't want to move on me, so I'm going to use 2 pieces. Put another standard cutting plate on top. Run this through. And now I've got this all die cut. Get the tape off here. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Looks like I might have missed a leaf, so I'll probably color that in here off camera. Take this tape off. And we've got our Noel. So you could keep the Noel as that little square, or you can spread it out, which is what I'm going to do. So those are all the letters that we need. And I've got one more sprig of holly, so I'll hurry up and die cut that out. Okay, so now all the die cutting is done. I've already done the embossing since I'm using the pieces that come in the kit. So it's time to put this away and we'll finish the card. Okay, now I'm going to get the card base out. This is a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of old olive. I'm going to fold this, get those corners lined up, because once those corners are lined up, you're going to get this folded right in half. Grab my bone folder. That's ready to go. I'm going to grab a piece of cherry cobbler. This is a 4 by 5.25 inch piece, and as you can see, I've already done the die cut, the embossing. I mean, that is from that Christmas Tidings Embossing Folder that I showed you. But isn't that cute? I just love the words and the images that are on that. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to grab a piece of that A Walk in the Forest DSP. This is a 4 by 2 inch piece. I love this, the holly berries, and I thought that looked really good with this. So I'm going to turn this over and put some adhesive on it. Oops, get this going here. Okay. And I'm going to put this right across the bottom. Like so. And now I'm going to get a piece of ribbon. The kit, they get a full roll of, for my card club, it's going to be the white iridescent ribbon. So you get a full roll, but this is a 6-inch piece. I'm going to grab some tear and tape and see if I can find the beginning of this. There we go. So I'm going to make a couple pieces that are wider than the ribbon. That's cutting it close. And it's just going to be right. I'm going to make the next one a little bit bigger. I forgot how wide this ribbon is. It's a little wider than some of our others. There we go. Not super wide, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap this around the top of the DSP. Put this one across here. Bring this one around. I'm going to make sure it's straight. So I'm kind of looking down here because I don't want this like this. We're going to try to get that straight. That's pretty good. Put this down. And then I'm going to put, oh yeah, that was plenty long enough. We're good. Now I'm going to lay it down on my work surface and get that adhesive, that tape pushed down, because I don't want any air bubbles in it. So that way, when I go to take the paper backing off, it'll stay on a lot easier. Okay, well, since I've got the ribbon around there, now I can put this on the card base. So I'm putting some seal in the corners. I don't have to worry about putting any on the ribbon, because when I take that paper backing off, it's going to be nice and sticky. I'm going to take my take your pick tool, and I usually try to take the paper backing off between the end of the tape and the ribbon. That seems to be the best place to get that to start coming off without taking off, lifting up the adhesive too. I only wanted to lift up that paper backing. There we go. And then I'm going to put this here, like the DSP on the bottom. There we go. Isn't that embossing really cute? Hopefully you can see that in the video. Okay, now I've got a tag inside the kit. This is one of the dies that's in the Marius Trees bundle. Normally with Club, I don't do the die cutting with the dies from in the bundle, but this tag will work with so many different stamp sets, and it really needed to be used for the layout. So I will die cut the tags for everybody in the club. Oh, and I do have one more thing to die cut. Let me bring in my die cutting machine again. It's still set up for die cutting. And I forgot a die that I need. I need this one right here. This one makes a lot of neat little sprigs. And everybody, like you saw a little bit ago in my club, get a 1/4 pack of the silver and gold adhesive-backed glimmer paper. So this is the gold version. It's a 2 by 2 inch piece. I'm just going to lay this on here. And because it is adhesive back, I'm going to put it through twice. It may not need to be like that, but I just want to make sure I cut it really good. And I can tell it went through just fine. So now I can get this out of the way. Bring this in, and you're going to see a lot of neat little vines. They're all still in there, so they definitely die cut out. I've got a little dish here where I'm keeping my die cut, so I'm going to bring this in real quick. That way I can just poke these out, and they'll fall into here without me losing them. Okay, see, they're all out now, so put that over to the side. So now I've got all my little pieces together. I'm going to bring this card base back in, and I'm going to attach this at an angle. So I'm going to put some adhesive on it. So I think it's a little easier to put the tag down first before we go decorating it. I'm not putting dimensionals on this. I'm actually going to be putting dimensionals on the Noel. So I'm going to angle it like this, about in the center. You can do it straight up and down if you want to too, but I kind of liked it being sideways like this. Okay, now I'm going to grab these 2 holly sprigs or sprays, however you want to call them. I'm going to put some adhesive on these. There we go. Wasn't wanting to go there for a minute. I'm going to put this across the top, and I am going to intentionally cover up that hole because I'm not going to put any ribbon on there. I'm going to lay this down without pushing it down too hard. That way, in case I want to move it, I can. So it's not really attached yet. And I'm going to put this one down here. I still want to see a little bit of the tag down here and a little bit of the tag up here. So this one I'm going to bring down just a little bit. But I still want to have that hole covered up. That looks pretty good. So that, now I'm going to go ahead and push this down. Okay, so now it's attached really good. Now I'm going to bring in all of these Noels here. You know what I'm going to bring? I really probably don't need this because I'm not going to be using any liquid glue or anything. But you can probably see the letters a little better with a darker background behind them. Now these are kind of small, so I'm going to use my mini Stampin' dimensionals. And there are a few areas that can handle a full mini dimensional. So I'm going to put one here for the O. Like so. We've got a big fat area here. And put that there. And be mindful because there's some edges that have the little points and some that are straight. I'm having the straight edges be along the sides here. That way those points aren't showing from the other side. Now this end really needs to still be supported on those 2 ends. So I'm going to bring in my paper snips. And we've got this border along here. Now the border is a little bit too wide. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut on both sides of it. But then I'm going to cut right there in the middle. So it's nice and thin. It's a lot easier to do if you cut it while it's still on this base backing right here. Now I can put this one here. Like so. And I'm just going to lay it down in case it is too wide. Oh, I don't see it, so I think I'm going to be good. Because when you cut it in half, you might cut it a little too wide and it might show. So just lightly lay it down just in case that does happen, because you don't want this to show on the other side. Boy, I did really good on my first one. I had to cut it down a little bit. But yeah, that's not showing on the other side. So now that's going to be supported really good. I think the O is going to be fine, so I'm not going to worry about putting anything on the top and the bottom. Let's bring the L and the E in here. Put one here. And another one here. Turn it so I've got those flat sides on the side. Let's do the same thing with the E. And now I'm going to cut a few of these in half like I did before and put them on the little areas that I need some dimensionals. Okay, this one, I just remembered the E really is better if I take one of those half ones I just did and then cut it in half again so they're kind of small little rectangles. And then I can put that right here in this big area of the E. Well, I kind of put it on lopsided here. Hold on a minute. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing. That's the paper backing coming off, so it's not showing. It looks a little funny. You may not be able to see it in the video, but I want to show it just in case. So that's ready to go. And I'm going to do the same thing with the L. So I'm going to take one of these half ones off again. Oop, I don't think that's one of my half ones. There we go. Cut off one end. I'm going to put this little one right here in case I need it somewhere else. Take this one off my scissors. And I will put it angled a little bit right there. Okay, so these are all ready to go now. So sometimes it helps if you lay them down so they're in the right order. So that way you don't have to think about it when you're putting it down. So we know the O and the E are in the middle. So I'm going to bring this back in. I'm going to lay these down before taking off the paper backing. And get the O and the E kind of there in the middle. And that looks pretty good to me. So now I'm going to take the O up. I'm going to take the paper backing off. And then I'll put it right back where I had it. And I'm okay with the holly leaves showing a little bit underneath the O. I think that looked kind of neat. I actually did that intentionally. Now I'm going to take the backings off of these dimensionals. Now these little bitty ones, I think I'm going to do it with my hand because sometimes I end up poking it too much and they're so small I don't want them coming up off of my E. There we go. Kind of line that up, get it back where it was. And I am still just laying them down nice and easy. That looks good to me, so now I'll push them down. And now I can add the N and the E. N and the L. That is not an E. Okay, take these backings off. You know what? Just so I don't tear up my N, I'm going to do this with my hand again. These narrow ones sometimes don't come up with a take your pick tool as well, especially when you're working with something that's really narrow like this. Then I'm going to put my N right here. So it's coming off the tag a little bit, but I liked that. So that's how we're going to keep doing it. And then we've got the L. So I'll take that little one off. Oops. And I still like using my take your pick tool to take the backings off of the others, just because it collects them all and I can throw them away without those going all over my house. Now I'm going to take the L, lay it down. I like that. So I'll push those all down. So when I got done with that, I thought I wanted to use that gold glimmer. I thought that gold would look a little better with this color scheme than the silver, but you can use whichever one you want, because with the kit, if you want to change the design of the DSP from what I'm using, you can do that really easy because you've got a half pack of it. Same with this gold, you've got a quarter pack, so you can use whichever color you want. You can just change it up any way you want. Mine are just starting points. Now, the neat thing with this, it's adhesive back, so I don't have to worry about getting glue on this and getting too much glue on it. But what I am going to do, I'm going to lay these down in different areas. You know, I'm going to move this one over here a little bit. You just kind of play around with it. I want it to be wrapped around the Noel a little bit. That definitely needs, I thought we needed a little more down here on the bottom, so I'm going to do the 3 here. So I can put these more in the middle, and since we have 3 here, I can spread them out starting on each end. To me, that looks pretty good, so I'm going to pick this one up. Now, this adhesive backing comes off super, super easy, and I learned this the hard way. If you start having trouble getting it off, it's probably already fallen off. I kept poking on one, trying my best to get it off. I forgot what did it this way, didn't I? And I started tearing it up, and it was already off. Because sometimes there's not a ton of adhesive. There's just enough for it to stick to your card. So it's real easy to think, oh, I didn't get it off. Because sometimes it'll get stuck in the die. Sometimes it just falls off, and you don't realize it and don't see it fall off. So, because it comes off super easy, so you shouldn't have to be working at it too hard. I think I'm going to make that one go up a little bit more. So since these are up on dimensionals, I can tuck these down underneath the Noel just a little bit too if I want to. So I'll just keep doing this until I've got them all on. Okay, so now we've got all our little gold things on there. I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way because I don't need that anymore. But I want to use the embellishments that are included in this. And I'm using the Adhesive-Backed Glitter Sequins. I love the colors in this, and I'm going to use the old olive ones. So I'm going to take a big one. It's going to come in 2 different sizes for each color. So I'm going to put a big one up here and one of the smaller ones up here, right next to it. I'm going to grab another small one. And I thought I liked it right there with that L. And then I'm going to grab another big one. And I think I'm going to put it about right here. So that kind of gets it all shiny having these on. And in case you're wondering, these are old olive, white, and blue with the 2 different sizes. And these colors go perfectly with that A Walk in the Forest DSP that's being used in club. Okay, now we've got to get the inside in. So I'm going to grab this again. Once again, like I said, I'm glad they're 2 pieces, sides I mean, to cardstock. Because these I definitely smudged a lot. But now I can hide it. No, nobody will know the difference except for those of you watching. And I'll put this on top. And now the card is completely done. So I hope you enjoyed this card. This is the last alternative card I'll be making for my club. If you want to join my club, there is a link down in the video description. Just look up the monthly online card club. Click on that. You can get all the information about club. Sometimes it helps me be able to read it all, so I've got it all written down for you. There's also a link to subscribe. And then after you subscribe, you can scroll down a little farther and you'll see the add-on registration. You only need to fill that out if you want to add on the Merriest Trees bundle or the stamp set. So if you have any questions, you can comment below, or you can contact me and just click that contact me link in the video description as well, and I'll get back with you right away. And if you want to subscribe to get the Merriest Trees bundle club, then you need to hurry because you only got till October 15th. So you've got till the end of the day, October 15th of 2023 to subscribe. If you subscribe after that, you'll start on the November one as long as you subscribe before November 15th of 2023. And that one will feature this bundle that I'm using right now, the Joy of Noel bundle. And it will be totally different cards. This will not be one of them. So I hope you enjoyed it. And if you live in the United States and do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would love to be yours. And I would love to send out your first set of catalogs to you. This is the annual catalog, and this is the September to December mini, the holiday catalog. This is the one that most of the things I use today came out of. And just click that contact me link below and give me your mailing address, and I'll get these mailed out to you right away. And also, if you join club and do not have catalogs, I'll send you a free set, and you'll get, as long as you're in the club, you'll get free catalogs as your club member. So bring up the card again. And if you'd like to make a stamp along with me again, just subscribe to my channel by clicking that subscribe button below. And then when the little bell icon pops up, select all. That way YouTube will notify you every time I upload a video. So I will see you in the next video, and I hope you guys have a great day. See you later. Bye.